Hey, what's up, guys? This is the start of my next chapter in my YouTube channel, and as you guys know from my last video, I'm super excited to have achieved my first passive income goal and actually, blown past it and gotten double what I originally planned for just over a year ago. And I find myself now in Saskatoon, Canada. So this is a kind of mid to small size city, right in the middle of Canada. It's in the prairies. Can't really see too much. Interesting. Got a little apartment set up here. The reason I'm here is that I'm actually finishing a master's degree in accounting as well as my CPA designation. Now, before you guys freak out, I'm not abandoning entrepreneurship in my business, not at all. The whole reason I'm doing this is that to help my business to grow it faster. And to give you guys a bit of a backstory, before I started my digital marketing agency, I worked in a Big Four accounting finance firm. I was about just over halfway through getting my CPA, and I recently found out that I can use my hours managing my own business as hours to qualify for that designation. But I do need to finish off this education, and coming up in September, write what's called the common final exam. You pass that, it's a 3-day exam, then you get your designation. And I'm also getting a master's degree, which prepares me to write that. So, why am I doing all that? Well, it's kind of like getting two birds with one stone. I get to keep building my business, and I also get this designation, which A, I'm actually learning a lot about running a business, so I'll quickly tell you what it's all about. And B, when it comes to talking to bankers, potential partners, potential investors, even business owners in the corporate world really respect the CPA designation. So I think that while it will require I divert a little bit of time for it'll take about 4 months, over the balance of my career and building my business bigger and bigger, it's definitely going to pay off. So, I find myself in Saskatoon, a whole different experience than Vancouver. And the reason I'm doing these more of a vlog format is that I want to give you guys a chance to get to know me, give you an insight on just the day-to-day of a guy who's building a business and someone who kind of wants to escape the 9-to-5 system, and sooner than later I want to be making these vlogs all over the world. In fact, October 1st is when I'm kind of thinking of booking a flight out of Canada. I don't want to spend another winter in cold Canada. So that's the goal. I'll get through this. That'll be the light at the end of the tunnel that I'm looking forward to. And right now it's pretty early in the morning. I'm trying to make a system of getting up at 5:30 a.m. every morning because I need to have a great system to manage school and to keep the business running, keep the business growing. I'm super excited. I just hired 2 digital marketers to run my campaigns for me. They're both awesome so far, and that's going to take a bit of the workload off me this summer. And it's actually the direction I need to take things anyways with the business. Just walking back from the gym, went to a spin class. There's one thing you should know about me: I can't do cardio by myself. In all seriousness though, I would totally say that regular exercise, one of the absolute keys to success. Clears my mind every morning, gets me ready to go. So a quick shower, and then I have a meeting with a content marketing agency that's going to run content, blog posts, social posts for my business. And in return, my business will do their pay-per-click campaign, so Facebook ads, landing pages, email automation, all that good stuff. Kind of started to rain here in Saskatoon. It was sunny when I went into the gym, so I'm not sure what happened there. And anyways, guys, let's show how this meeting goes. There's a lot of things Saskatoon is missing, but it has nice cherry blossoms, so there's something, guys. It's all about looking on the bright side, and we have some cows up here that were mooing at me when I came to the gym. So different to Vancouver. There they are. Alright guys, time to get to work here. What's up guys, back in the office. Just got off the phone with my content marketing agency and I am pumped for the awesome content they're going to be writing on behalf of my business. Blog post, social media post, you know, every other day something is going out. And to automate this process is going to be phenomenal because it's definitely something I don't have time to do on my own, but it's also going to be something that in the long term is going to bring me a ton of inbound leads. Just check out this awesome looking content that I'm going to have automatically posted multiple times every month. Nice blog post, nice title, lots of good info, call to action, get on my newsletter. So really pumped about this. So I want to take a quick sec to just explain what exactly I'm learning here in Saskatchewan, why exactly I'm doing this designation. So I quickly brought up some stuff on my laptop here that I'm going to read out. So basically what I'm getting is two things. One of them is a master's degree in accounting, and that covers financial reporting, strategy and governance, management accounting, assurance, finance, and taxation. It also covers some soft skills, which is probably like 10% of it is the soft skills, but it's problem solving, communication, self-management, teamwork, leadership. And you know what those things mean. So management accounting is the provision of financial data and advice to a company for use in the organization and development of its business. So it's actually pretty relevant to running a business. And what I've learned so far in the course is different ways to budget projects to ensure that your company makes a profit and how to price your services. So I've actually already used it in my business in allocating budgets for the people I've hired. I have to give them a certain number of hours they can work on each client so that once I take the contribution margin from the variable portion of the client job and see how much that contributes to the fixed monthly costs. So my hosting, you know, Unbound is pretty expensive. It's $200 US a month just for my Unbound subscription. You need to do those calculations and make sure your business is going to make a profit. So financial reporting is the process of producing statements that disclose an organization's financial status to management, investors, and government. So again, you know, if I'm wanting to get a bank loan, I want to get maybe investment in the future, knowing how to make a financial statement, income statement, balance sheet, statement of cash flows, etc., is going to be really important. And assurance is basically an independent professional service provided by a chartered professional accountant with the goal of improving information or the context of information so that decision makers can make more informed and presumably better decisions. So that really refers to auditing financial statements, which is not a little bit less relevant to running a business. When I used to work at KPMG, I used to do a lot of this, but you do learn a lot about the ways in which people try to hide or make their income look higher or different than it is. So it's pretty cool. You know, we have personal and corporate tax, which is actually, again, really relevant, especially for my business. I'm already operating in 2 different tax jurisdictions, so Canada and the US. You know, how do you deal with that? If I was to hire someone to file my corporate tax return, it would probably be $2,000, but I'm literally learning in my course how to file my own corporate tax return. So that's pretty cool as well. And a couple other things, you know, we have a section for strategy and governance, which includes the role of corporate governance within an organization, as well as the formulation of strategies, the translation of those strategies into specific business objectives and actions, and their implementation. So as my business continues to grow, this is going to become more and more important. And the last little bit here is we do go over other general business topics. So information technology, law, economics, quantitative methods, and statistics. And this is all part of the CPA education as well. So what I'm doing is like a 2-in-1 thing. I got the master's degree and the CPA, Chartered Professional Accountant. And, you know, again, at heart, I believe that there's no substitute for entrepreneurship, but I do believe that education and this type of designation will help accelerate my progress in entrepreneurship as well. And, you know, there is a sort of a thing among entrepreneurs that I find a lot of them are not very legitimate, you know, especially in digital marketing. Anyone can post on Facebook about how they have a digital marketing agency because there's not really any startup costs. And I've talked to entrepreneurs that literally don't know what a balance sheet is, which is crazy. You know, you have to have that general level of financial literacy if you want to take your business anywhere big. And I'm not saying you have to get that through formal education, through university, through designations. You could learn it on your own, but it's kind of nice to go through a structured program and learn it just like that. And, you know, when I just say, hey, I have a CPA, it kind of just in one sentence proves I have a high level of financial literacy, where if I didn't have that, I would really have to, you know, work harder to convince people that I really know what I'm doing. And amongst I'm on wallstreetoasis.com. They published an article, you know, top 10 most useful designations. And I was happy to see that CPA was ranked number 1. I think number 1 was CPA, number 2 was CFA, which is Chartered Financial Accountant. Number 3 was MBA. So for whatever that means, I think reading the comment, everyone is arguing over what's more valuable, of course. But anyway, so that's my motivation for doing this. And the fact that I get to keep building my business at the same time is super cool. So I won't talk about the details of the program anymore. I think you guys kind of know where I'm at. And it's going to be a crazy busy summer. I'm going to have to use a lot of self-discipline to just keep everything working, you know, my business growing, passing my courses, obviously. And the common final examination for the CPA designation is in September. It's a 3-day-long exam, 4 hours the first day, then 5 hours, then 4 hours. So it does take a lot of studying. You know, a lot of people do fail it, which would be horrible and would make all this kind of a waste of time. So, you know, I will have to make sure that I pass. On other news, I just came across a YouTube video that I really liked. And let me just show you guys. I'm sure some of you know it, the Stradman. It was the video of him buying his Lamborghini. Wheels, which I just added. This is the video I was talking about. And which is up right now. What I like about the Stradman is this is an old video. It was, you know, published 2015, but you know, he's not let me just go to a part where he's driving it. It's freaking cool. You can just tell the sheer excitement on his face. Anyways, what's cool is that, you know, he bought a 2006 Lamborghini that was used. And I think in one of his videos, he mentioned the retail or the price of the Lambo at the time was around $110,000. You know, he financed it. He does monthly payments. I think at one time he mentioned his payments were only like $800 a month. So maybe he paid, you know, $30,000 up front, then finance the rest. I don't know the details, but the cool thing is that he's not a millionaire, but he's still able to afford this amazing car. And it's cool because a lot of the things that you think are unattainable are actually not that out of reach. So definitely goals to consider. I'm not a huge car guy, but especially living in Vancouver for so long, I appreciate all the Ferraris, Lambos, Maseratis that are constantly driving around, and I certainly would be lying if I said I wouldn't want to have one for my own eventually. Anyways, guys, that's my first vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.